How's she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's workshop. Well, we got some snow. It started snowing here, I don't know, Friday night, snowed all day Saturday, then turned to rain, or freezing rain, and then rain. And I didn't do anything with the tractor. I just let it snow until it was kind of blew itself out. So just a few flurries in the air today, but we're going to get the tractor out and do some plowing. The storm was it was pretty windy by times, and it snowed pretty heavy yesterday afternoon, but then the freezing rain started. That kind of put the kibosh to it all. I might have to do some shoveling even to get to the tractor here, but this isn't a great deal of snow, it just looks like a lot of snow because it kind of blew around a lot, but we've had more snow than this before. So it's crusty right now because of the freezing rain and rain we had on it. So there's quite a crust on the snow. Get these zippers open. Sometimes the zippers freeze and it's hard to get them unzipped. But it worked out alright this time. Now I've got a couple little ropes here that I used for rolling up my door in the temporary shelter. They work pretty good, but I had a weight across the bottom of the door and the weight kind of moved on me and changed position. It's just a bar that's in there and it kind of makes it so that it doesn't roll up so good. And then those little ropes that I have to pull up the door, they get coated with snow and ice and water, and then they don't go, have the little rollers inside there that they roll in, and then it doesn't go through the rollers too good. So my door didn't go up right just the way I wanted it to, or how it normally does. But anyways, it's still, you can still get it up out of the way. It's not all that cold here this morning. I think it was about -5. Yeah, it was -5 when I went out. So I'm thinking the tractor's going to start pretty good. But I'm still going to put some glow plugs on it. So I'm letting them go here for 15 seconds and just to try it. I had a suggestion too that you put the glow plugs on for 15 seconds and then just kick over the starter. Don't try to start it, just kick it over to draw that warm air from the glow plugs into the cylinders. So that's what I did just there, and then we're going to try 5 more seconds, see if we can start it. Oh yeah. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So we let the tractor warm up a little bit there, and now we're going to start to do some plowing. And I thought the snow was going to be easy to plow, but that crust on it really made it a trouble. So I'm having a hard time pushing here. And you'll notice that you watch my back tires here, that they'll spin a little bit. There they start to spin. And it's quite rocky. This is the little camera inside the cab. And what's causing the tractor to wobble back and forth like that is the rear wheels are spinning and breaking through the slush. So then once I don't have the differential locked, so then one side will spin and drop down, and then the other side will spin and drop down. So it makes me rock back and forth. It's quite a rough trip. It was harder to plow than what I thought. I noticed I got snow sticking on my blade too. But the snow was quite wet and sticky, so I wasn't too disappointed with that. And the snow is so heavy too that I can't angle the blade much at all. I have to kind of plow everything with a straight blade and not angled. I angle it a little bit there to back up just so that I don't catch it in the snow on the way back. So yeah, the wax on the blade did help a little, although I think maybe it might be wearing off some too. But even with the snow as wet and heavy and sticky as it wasn't sticking to the blade real bad. Now there's a bad piece on there, but I mean, as soon as you start to plow, that'll fall off and roll off the blade. So, you know, all in all, I think the wax making a big improvement. So I think in the spring what I'm going to try and do is paint the blade good, let the paint cure really well, and then put a really good coat of the Canuga wax on it. I think that'll make a big difference. Of course, I use the blade a lot in the summertime too as a dozer blade, plowing, pushing dirt and gravel and whatnot, so the wax probably wouldn't stand a chance through the summer, but anyway, we'll check it again in the fall. So here we're just pushing some snow out of the way, just trying to make a little spot there so give me some room to work and maneuver. But boy, that snow, it really surprised me. I thought it was going to be an easy morning of plowing, but it turned out it was a full day's work pretty near to get this cleared off. Here's the old maneuver, trying to get out of the shelter and up as close as I can to the shed. It's kind of a little challenge for me now to do that, eh? I'm getting kind of halfway good at it. So most times I would have the blade pretty well angled there to push that snow away, but I couldn't angle it. The tractor wouldn't steer because the snow was so heavy, so I had to more or less leave the blade straight, like I was saying, and just push it. Made for a lot of trips, a lot of back and forth, a lot of back and forth. So I'm trying to make a spot here now where I can turn around. We're trying to make a cut down alongside, there we go. Going to make a cut down in front of the shop now. So you notice here in this view from inside the cab, I've got some comments about doing a little review of my cab, and especially that the headboard that I have with the instrumentation on it. So I will do a video for that upcoming, explain the cab. I have one already, but I'm going to revisit that video. I think it'd be worthwhile. I like the cab, sure is nice, makes it a lot more comfortable when you're plowing. Even though the cab is not heated, you see I even have my windscreen open there, so there's definitely no heat in the cab, but you don't get cold, or I don't get cold anyways when I plow. I'm always shuffling around back and forth, turning around, twisting, backing up, you know, so do a lot of work while I'm in there. So I made a couple of cuts back and forth in front of the shop. Now we're going to have the big debut of the snowblower. I use the snowblower a little bit already, but I've never used it really for plowing off the lane or the landing. So that's what we're up to today. So there she goes. That's a 50-inch snowblower made by MK Martin. You notice here I'm pushing and then I kind of stop and go at it again, and I can't get through it, and I was thinking, man, oh man, this snow really is heavy. And then I realized, you see me in the cab there, I realized that I was in high range, so I put it back in low range, four-wheel drive, and then I can push right through that. You have to go slow though. With the snowblower, I don't know whether it's just me or what, but the snowblower works great and it'll blow a ton of snow, but it's slow going and you have to have high RPMs. So high RPM, slow going, takes a lot of fuel to plow any great amount. Anyway, we make a cut through here. And once more, this is on the landing where I'm basically just trail braking here just to move the snow away so that I can, you know, plow it like a normal snowfall. And once more here, on this push too, I'm even in low range and going slow. You see this, the wheels break through the slush under all the snow, and I just can't push that. Excuse me. So then I have to come at it from a little bit different angle. So there's the snow that fell, then the ice crushed on top of it, and then the slush on the bottom, and plus I'm blowing some snow there that I had blew previously just from the previous pass. Blew snow onto that area, so like it was hard. It was a hard push. And that's what I find with the snowblower. You have to blow. Ideally, you'd like to blow the snow where you haven't plowed, but you end up blowing the snow where you have already plowed or where you will be plowing. So you end up blowing the snow that you just blew the previous pass, if you can follow all that. But I like the snowblower. Other than you have to turn around and back up slow. It's nice, does a nice job. I think I'm going to go right down the lane this time. And I'd mentioned in a previous video that my lane was 800 feet long. I don't know what I was drinking that day, because the lane's certainly not 800 feet long. It might be 400 feet, if that. It's probably between 300 and 400 feet long. So I made a blunder there when I said it was 800, but 400 is long enough, especially when you have to go slow. So there's a little bit of stop action I put in there because it was taking so long to get out the lane. I wanted to speed it up a little bit. So here we go. And you can see the baffle that I put in my snowblower there before last winter. It's doing a good job. It's keeping the snow from flying back out the front, back into the ahead of the augers. So I'm pleased with that modification. You can see it maybe a little bit there. It's just a piece of galvanized steel across the opening into the impeller. So it tends to keep the snow from flying back out in front of the augers, and I get a better clear that way. I wasn't much interested in making it throw further, just a better clear. Anyway, just after this, guess what happened? Yeah, batteries died. Okay, it took quite a while to finish this plowing. It was a lot harder than what I thought it was going to be, with the inch of ice or so that was on the top, and then I had about 8 inches of nice powdery snow, and then I had about 2 inches of slush on the ground. So yeah, it turned into quite a little afternoon of plowing, but we got her. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a nice afternoon of plowing, eh? Yeah, just get out, you know, looked nice and flat, nice easy plowing. No, it wasn't. There was about a ½ inch ice on top of the snow, then there was some pretty good snow there, pretty good powdery snow, but then about 2 inches of slush in a lot of places underneath the snow. So it was hard to push because the wheels of the tractor were getting that slush to start spinning. But anyways, we fought with it, but we got it. And I apologize, my batteries were dead, and I didn't bother changing the batteries in the camera because it was so hard going plowing that I just wanted to stay at it and get it done. So I got some video here of the first part of the plowing, you know, trying to clear the landing a little bit. And I also got some video of the snowblower in action. There was a lot of people asking about seeing the snowblower going. So I got that. And now that I have a good snow base down, I'll be able to use my snowblower a lot. So if it snows again, I'll have some snowblowing video for you. Anyways, I sure hope you liked this little video about the snow plowing. It happens every time there's a storm. I plow snow, so there'll be more coming up, no doubt, because we'll have snow before the winter's over. Thanks everyone, take care, stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon.